What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today we are going to be talking about the lawsuit that is going on between Anna Campbell, Trisha Paytas, Natalia Taylor, Kaylee Jade, and Maddy. We've talked about the Anna Campbell situation before, but if you need a refresher, you can just check my previous videos on what's going on there. And we've also talked about Trisha Paytas a lot, so I don't think you need any refreshers for what's going on there. But we do have some actual court documents that have come out about the lawsuits, so I'm just going to go through some of those with you today. And we're also going to be talking about the orders that have been made up until now and what Anna is claiming that she is suing for. Before we actually get into that though, let me tell you about the lovely sponsor of today's video, Casetify. So I actually just got my package from them and I'm so excited. Look how cute the packaging is. Oh my god. I did not know this was going to be wrapped so nicely. Oh my lord. Excuse me. Well, first of all, I didn't even know they were sending me this. They've sent me some screen protector, which I actually need because I broke my other one. I didn't know they were going to be sending me a mask for my face. So as you can see, they have some really cool designs. These are the two that I got that were already designed by them and I love them. And then they also offer custom cases. So I got two very cool custom cases, which I'm very excited about. First we have Skov and also the alien one. Currently I've been using some really cheap case that I got from AliExpress. Because of that, when I dropped my phone, I smashed part of my protective glass. But Casetify's cases use military grade drop protection, which is insane. They use a 2-layer construction of Chi-Tech, which means that you can drop their impact cases by up to 6.6 feet and their ultra impact cases by up to 9.8 feet, and they will be absolutely fine. I'm super impressed though, because although these are like insanely protective, it's so slim. They have these bumpers on the side, which is like a good chunk of the protection. But so I can show you the full impact of the protection of this phone, I'm gonna have to do more than just talk about it. I'm actually just gonna show you. So first of all, so you can see that my phone is working fine. It's not broken. So again, this is the Ultra Impact case. We're gonna drop it and see how this goes. And it's fine. Honestly, like everything's all good. Nothing's damaged. That crack that was already there didn't get any bigger or anything like that. But as well as them being really stylish, really protective, having customizable options, and already designed beautiful designs, there are some other benefits that I personally just adore. Casetify use an antimicrobial coating, which kills up to 99% of bacteria. Plus they're used with 50% recycled material, so you're helping to be more sustainable as well. And actually this dragon one that I got is compostable, which is pretty amazing. And you, my friends, are very lucky because if you go to casetify.com/Vangelina, you can get 15% off your order. So click the link in the description, go check them out. Thank you again, Casetify, for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get on with it. So over the past while, there have been a lot of claims made about Anna Campbell, which like I said, we have already covered before. And the majority of these claims have come from Natalia, Kaylee, Taylor, and Maddy, with the claims that were getting the most attention coming specifically from Natalia, Kaylee, and Taylor in their We Are Survivors video. Later on, Trisha Paytas actually spoke about this on her channel, talking about Anna and saying that she's sick in the head and that she uses her platform to get into contact with fans and things like that. You get the idea. Now Anna and her lawyer are now claiming that these are false, they're not true, and that it is defamation. And because of that, she's suing all the people involved. However, this is not only a defamation case, because in one of the court documents that we can see, it's listed the likelihood to succeed on the merits of her claims. So basically, Anna and her lawyer have to write out what her claims are and why she's likely to win the case, basically. Otherwise, the case can't go to court. It'll just be dismissed. And actually, before I go on and read all these things to you, I just want to say as well, just in case there's any confusion, I am not a lawyer. I do not have a law degree. I'm just basing this off of what I'm reading from these documents and from some individual research. However, my word is not gospel. This is just what I am understanding from these things. So in this section, the likelihood to succeed on the merits of her claims, there are 8 counts to the complaint. And the first one, obviously, as we already established, is defamation. And defamation is the act of spreading untrue information which causes harm to the person that information is about. And to prove defamation, you have to prove that these claims that are being made about you aren't true, and also there has to be financial loss and emotional and physical damage done. Count 2 is wiretapping violations, so this is in regard to the claims that Anna has made that she was filmed without her consent. And these videos were being shared online, which Anna was taking down, striking them, claiming them. Because again, as we established, her lawyer had told her that because of the state they're in, it's illegal to film anybody without their consent. So sharing that is a breach of that consent. Count 3 is invasion of privacy. So this is the sharing of information that is private to Anna Campbell. Count 4 is intentional infliction of emotional distress. And then separately we have count 5, negligent infliction of emotional distress. Count 6 is a word that I can't pronounce. I'm so sorry. I've looked up the pronunciation several times. I've heard other people say it and I just can't pronounce it. So I'm going to say tortious interference with business relationship. 7 is civil conspiracy. And count 8 is unjust enrichment. So this one is referring to all the defendants actually gaining from the things that they're saying about Anna if they're untrue. So gaining money and subscribers and followers from talking about this situation. Now, not all of these counts apply to every single person. So from what I've read, for example, Trisha Paytas is not being accused of unjust enrichment. But in this document, they do actually lay out some of the things that Trisha Paytas said and what they're accusing her of doing wrong. Defendant Paytas posted a video on YouTube on August 5th, 2021, in which she stated, Anna Campbell is disturbed and uses her platform to speak with others. You ruined them, you can't say that word them, you got in with them, you were friendly with them, did all this stuff to them and got close with them. And then when they got to a certain age, you got far too close with them. How is she not in jail? You're sick in the head and no amount of medication can fix that. And because of all of these comments that Trisha Paytas made, Anna and her lawyer are claiming that this has caused harm to Anna and are of course claiming that it is not true. This document does also go into the video, the We Are Survivors video, and talks about all the claims that they made in that video, which again we have already talked about. And of course after that it goes on to say that this is defamation, and Anna Campbell claims that these claims are not true, they are lies. It also goes on to state in detail the different ways that they claim it has harmed Anna, including saying that Trisha Paytas had told people to unsubscribe from her. Now, this same document also asked for a preliminary injunction, which would be a hearing where they would be told, essentially, you can't talk about this person anymore. You can't talk about each other anymore. And the reason that they claim that they wanted to do that is because there was harm being done to Anna Campbell and essentially her livelihood, and that to wait for the full hearing, which could take 2 years even, would be too long and more harm would be done. Now, there were a couple of motions to dismiss the hearing or to extend the hearing by 30 days, coming separately from some of the defendants involved. One of the reasons for opposition of this hearing was because Taylor said that she was not correctly served and had to hear about everything from a third party. However, Anna and her lawyer said, no, this is not true, it was sent. Natalia, who is referred to as Ashley in the documents, also had an opposition to the preliminary injunction, stating that the reasons for this is because Anna was not likely to succeed on the merits, so the things we talked about earlier, because they believe there is no immediate threat to Anna, so basically everything can wait, and because they believe that the balance of harm favors Natalia. However, none of this went through. All of these motions to dismiss were denied, and the injunction did happen. And we do have the document from the order from the preliminary injunction. After hearing, the court hereby orders the following. 1. Defendants Kaylee, Taylor, Ashley, Madison, and Trisha Paytas, defendants, are enjoined from publicly referencing, referring, or writing about Anna Campbell, or directing anyone else to reference, refer, or write about Anna Campbell on any online platform or to any media outlet during the pendency of this case or further order of the court. So basically, they can't talk about Anna and they can't tell anybody else to talk about Anna. So they can't go to, for example, Sloan, who was covering a lot of this, and say, hey, here's some information about this. Could you maybe talk about Anna for us? 2. Anna Campbell is enjoined from publicly referencing, referring, or writing about any of the defendants, or directing anyone else to reference, refer, or write about any of the defendants on any online platform or to any media outlet during the pendency of this case or further order of the court. So again, the same thing, but Anna cannot write or talk about the defendants. So at the moment, as it all stands, none of them can talk about each other. I guess on this side, Anna did win the preliminary injunction, if that's the correct word to use, but it still has to go to court for everything else, for the 8 claims that we talked about before. Now, Taylor and her lawyer did actually send a motion to dismiss. So here we have from Taylor a letter from her and her lawyer. Motion to dismiss pursuant to Superior Court Rule 9A. as this court lacks jurisdiction over the defendant to hear this case. So saying they didn't want this to go to superior court because the court does not have jurisdiction. Either way, as it stands now, this is still going to go to court, but we just need to see what happens in the future. Again, these are very lengthy processes. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen next week. It could be a couple of years down the line. So we're just going to have to wait and see. So unless something major comes out, that really is going to be the end of it until there is an actual court case. They've all been ordered not to talk about it publicly and not to direct anybody else to talk about it. So they can't go talking to YouTube channels or Insider or anything like that. So it's likely we won't get another update on this. The only other things that are happening are that Taylor and Natalia and Kaylee were all fighting. So Natalia and Kaylee were fighting with Taylor and they're all not talking to each other. And then Maddy said that Natalia is a bad person. So I don't know if you guys want a video on that whole situation. I'm not sure if you're actually interested in hearing about that and what's going on there. I think I mentioned it before and somebody was confused what I was talking about, so I don't know. But as we stand, this is it now. So do let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. And don't forget, you can go to casetify.com/Vangelina, link in the description, to get 15% off your Casetify order. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So please subscribe, turn on all notifications with that little bell button right beside the subscribe button. And you can also follow me on social media. Like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of the video. And have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.